Johnny Lou?
Johnny Lou.
Yeah, I love Johnny Lou.
So, okay, so I'm holding the back, and it comes to him, and he just angles it right.
Yeah.
And he ends the point.
Yeah, well, Johnny, he has a lot of wrists and a lot of all of that.
He does?
Yeah, he has a lot of, but he's also a high level, like tennis, so, you know, he knows the angles. And I always tell people angles is always better than hitting it straight, right? So.
Okay, that's what he does.
Yeah. All right. So, in this drill, okay, you won't need a paddle for this drill. We're gonna start working in some drills and progression, so kind of footwork and kind of things like that. I've been seeing a lot where it's helped after reviewing a lot of videos from kind of coaches and stuff. It's like been helping because a lot of times footwork is the cause of a lot of misses, right? And we've kind of been over that footwork. So in this progression drill, like you said, we're gonna work on a little bit of footwork here. Okay? So the first part of it, as I toss you the ball, right? Sometimes when you short hop, right? If you're reaching, it's not gonna be good, right? And sometimes you need to take that step. So when I'm balancing here, and a lot of times in this area, when you step here, okay? This is where you would short hop, right? If the ball is coming low, short hop here, boom. See how I'm just moving? But if you short hop like this, that's different, okay? Because then you're gonna be overstretched, kind of that. So in this drill, every time I toss you the ball here, I just want you to catch it with your left, okay? Because that's just, remember, you're not hitting it with your left, but this is gonna be just for you to get that footwork here. Because then now and then we'll do one where we have the paddle, okay? And then we're gonna do one where you're gonna hit the ball, okay? So the first half of this is just gonna be kind of, I'm gonna drop the ball there. You're gonna, this is all footwork first, so you're stepping over and you can catch it with your left. If you wanna catch it with your right like this, you can, but I would just just think about your footwork. Okay. So as I toss the ball here, okay? Toss the ball here, okay? All right, so it's just like a dink coming over, and then I want you to step and catch. Good. Okay, so see that footwork, right?
But then I was facing that way. I should catch it facing this way.
Well, just for the footwork, right? No, you're still gonna be facing out. When I dink like this, you're like this, right? So you are gonna face because you're coming this way. Okay? That's one. Okay?
Where am I throwing this after?
Yes, just throw here. Okay, here we go. Step. Good. Okay, again. Step. Okay. Okay, remember, some of the balls is stepped accordingly, right? So just because you're stepping one way once, just because one ball was there, yeah, you have to kind of see how the ball's stepping, right? Because what the biggest part of this is keeping that spacing, so you kind of get used to where you are at the ball, so it's not here, and then it's not there. So as the ball is here, I gotta start, like, I should be catching it around here, okay? Yeah? Okay, here we go. Space, good. Very good. Space, there you go. Again. Space, good. Again. Good. Okay, keep that right step. Okay, it's all right. Okay, set up, ready position. So everything has to be correct. So if you're in a regular ready position, even without your paddle, so you can get used to the step. Because when we put your paddle in, it's just gonna be the same thing instead of with your paddle. Good. Okay, again. Get used to the step. Good. See how you're stepping into the kitchen too?
Yes.
That's diagonal, that's what you wanna do. People don't step into the kitchen like that. When they wanna do that, they go like, they're trying to step outside. I'm like, wow, you can step into the kitchen when the ball bounces, right? So that avoids a reach. Why are you reaching like this when I could go here, okay? And this also will help anywhere on the court. Because when I'm in this area and the ball's coming here, you know, sometimes, yes, I can step laterally a little bit each time here, but if the ball is out wide because I'm covering the middle, this is how you would short hop even in here, the same way. Boom, okay? So if the ball is coming here, it gives you a little extra reach, and then you short hop, okay? So yes, you can short hop here. This is into your body, right? But if the ball is coming outside your body, we're gonna use this extra step to get length without reaching, like that, right? Okay. So this footwork is not just for here; it's for pretty much mid-court, right? Any short hop, any backhand short hop. Good. Again. Really concentrate on the footwork and spacing of you catching that ball with that there. There you go. Okay. Good. Okay. Here we go. Step through. Okay. Again. Couple more. Good. I haven't seen you stutter step or move the wrong foot, so we're in good position right now. Okay. The biggest test is what happens when the paddle is in your hand. Okay. 4 more balls. Good. It's all right. Even that was shallow. See how you still kind of step there, right?
Step shallow.
Yes. Step shorter. Okay. Also, when you're stepping too, it's okay to step also if you want to step open, but this is more for using a one-handed backhand. Okay, which is you do more, right? From the backhand slice, right?
Right.
Okay.
Right.
Because
you can't slice with 2 hands, can you?
I mean, you can go like that, but usually this will be more for a one-handed thing. So if I'm dinking like this, right? And then the ball comes here, I come here. Okay? If I'm dinking 2-hand, right, I don't come as much, I'm here, but sometimes when the ball's coming here, a shorter in here, I dink 2-hand like this. So you see now it's the opposite foot. So it's kind of dependent on what you're dinking with, right? Because it's hard to kind of, if you go in here like this, it's weird to kind of cut that angle, right? Only reason why I'm here is because I'm behind the ball, like you're brushing it. But when I'm slicing it, because my shoulders are closed, I can short hop here and then I can come back. Okay? So this is for like one-handed. Okay? There we go. Couple more. Good. Couple more. Really stretch out. Nice. Okay? Again. Okay. Now we will put the paddle. Okay? Put the paddle.
Put the paddle where?
Okay. So now with that one step, okay? So now you transition here, right? We're catching the ball. Okay? So now with our paddle, we're gonna be just going here. Okay? Here. Okay? And you're not gonna even hit. Yes. Just for work. Okay? So where should that short hop be? Middle. Okay? So now when I want you to go there, I want you to hit the ball and I want you to be right here. Okay? Same footwork. Just because I put the paddle in there. Okay? Good. Again. Step, hit. Good. Step, hit. Good. Keep that spacing. Keep that spacing. Here we go. Step. Good. Again. Step. Good. Step. Why am I making you practice hitting there on a wide dink?
Why?
Why am I making you, instead of I'm dinking you wide?
The lowest part of the net?
Lowest part of the net. Okay. Also, the middle.
I don't want to go straight because he's going to come right back at me, right?
Yes, because also it's hard to keep an outside dink here. And as you get better and play better players, when you go straight ahead, what can they do?
Smash it at me?
Ernie.
Oh.
Right? So when I see your head down on players that aren't really knowing where to go, and they're like this, right? When they get their ball and they're like, and then, they're like, the closest thing to do is to go here. And then you see the person standing right there already. Okay? So yes, you might not see that a lot, and I didn't see it until I got bigger, but you know, if I can kind of train myself to just not go there, then I prevent it from happening. It's gonna happen sometimes, but if I go here, the safest shot to go is here. Why? And take your time to hit that, right? Because when I hit this, because we're kind of like closed a little bit, if I hit a short shot there, I take away this, the Ernie. I take away you forcing yourself to go cross court all the way back over. Because now if you stress out and you don't hit it good and it pops, look how much court I have to cover to get to the middle. It will be hard. I mean, your partner is gonna get cut, because if she or he sees you over here, they're gonna be like, oh, I'm gonna try and come over, and then they might get beat down the line, okay? So without being stressed, don't you think this is just a short dink instead of going there? Yeah, so if you can just stay patient and calm, even though you're getting struck and hit here, you actually have more time to come back because you hit a good dink, okay? Now, the only pros and cons of dinking in the middle is that usually, if you play a righty or lefty, 2 hands are in the middle, right? Or most times 4 hands are in the middle. So that's the only thing that's why I tell you to be quality shot instead of rush. That's the whole why I'm going there, so I don't feel like I'm out of position, I have to get back, so I'm gonna hit it all the way over there. If I hit it here, but I hit it good, the only thing is that you have to make it bounce, okay? Because if it's out of the air, that's able to be attacked as well.
Oh, so
okay?
I hit it kind of short.
Yeah, so you want, again, just in our drills, right? Really think half the kitchen, right? We'll put something out there right now. Now remember, really push yourself in our drills on spots that you're like, man, that's really shallow or really good, but it really trains you to really, really dial this in, right? So I'll give you a little bit more.
Good.
Okay? Cool. So if you can get that dink reset into here, perfect. Okay? That's ideal. Okay? So take your time, make a dink there, and go. Here we go. Step. Good. Perfect. Step. Okay? So look at that, right? It's in the kitchen, but if I was there and I saw, after I did that dink to you and I saw you try to go here, look what I'm doing. Taking that out, right? So you see the difference of that first dink being there to the second dink being here? So that dink I can't. I have to go here and I'm probably just thinking, okay? Good. Okay, a little higher. Okay, take your time. Good, step. It's all right. There we go, step, hit. Good. Little less. Really dial it. Really, even if you go into the net right now. Good. Got to train that muscles to go a little bit shorter. Huh? Yeah, exactly. And look, so that's short, right? Good, go. Good. Set up. Good. Set up. Good. I like the stepping. It's good. You're not reaching. Good. It's coming in, step in. Good. Remember when you step in, what we're doing, right? It's a diagonal step. Okay? So the closer the ball goes and angles towards the net, the more I step diagonally, right? When the ball's here, it's fine. You can go here, like even a short one, or even these sometimes too along here. You don't have to cross over, right? These are mostly when they're trying to get to this area. You want to take that step into the kitchen so you can get, and then now look, when I'm stepping into the kitchen, look where I'm hitting the ball. That's why people are long a lot of times, because they're thinking they're hitting a dink back here. You're 3 feet in the kitchen already. So why, no wonder it will go longer if you do the same stroke that you did here, because you're closer, right? And that's what I tell people out of the volley dink. Oh, why do I always pop up my volley dinks? Well, your volley dinks, if you reach, you're hitting a foot into the kitchen. So if you do the same bump that you're doing here, it's gonna go way too far. So that's why when you volley dink, it's very light, because you're already in the kitchen. You're arm's length in, so you just push, okay? So same thing with this one. When you go in here, think about your contact point. You're already into the kitchen here, so your dink is very shallow and short, okay? All right, here we go. Good. Okay, back to ready position. Good, okay? Again. Okay, a little sooner. Yeah, like the step, a little sooner, okay? Go. Good. Very good. Go. Good. There you go. Okay.
But they're too high.
But they're short.
Yeah.
Right?
Okay, yeah.
Can I can't reach that. I mean, I'm not tall, but that's still a problem, right? Okay?
Short.
Yep, short. Go. Good. Step. Good. Yeah. Step. Good. It's okay. It's all right. I'd rather short right now if you miss. Really dial it in. Okay? So what happens when you think you're popping that up? Even though it's short, like you said, you're kind of hitting it too high off some of them.
And the angle of the paddle?
No, sometimes it's back here. So you're late on the contact. So if you're here and then you hit back here and you push up, it's just gonna pop, right? So you have to step a little earlier so you're kind of reaching out here so you can be a little bit more shallow in your dink swing than when it comes into your body and then you lift up. So remember when you're catching it out here, we were catching it with almost, see how, like spacing? You have to have your spacing to swing your swing so you can be shallow with it, right? Because if you get tight, just like driving, right? If you're driving out here, space, you have way better opportunity to hit that short, like low and spinny than when you're here behind. So same thing with dinking. With dinking, you have to have some kind of spacing here. So footwork again is great. So if the ball comes into us here, it's the opposite. You know, I want to step back and make sure I have spacing. Okay, and that's going to be the next one. Okay, here we go. Step. Good. Step. Good. Nice. There you go. Step. Good. Into the kitchen. Oh, see how you cut. So only difference between that and the last two balls is that I gave you a sharper angle, which meant that you came into the kitchen a little bit more, and then see how close I am? And you did the same stroke that's here. So you have to, that's where you're gonna recognize some of the closer the angle of the ball, the closer you are on the shot. As you go closer to you in this angle, the further dink you have, right? So as the sharper the angle, the closer dink, the shorter angle, the further dink. Okay, so you do have to change your stroke, right? Okay, here we go. Good. There you go. Good, perfect. Okay. Okay, how you feel? Your footwork looks amazing. Okay, so this is you having it to the ball to drop, you have time to step, to dink. And then there's sometimes where, like you were saying, right, that you need to short hop it.
Yes.
Okay, so this is where it gets a little dicey and all the timing is very correct. So now that you know that to step in here and hit, right? But the ball that I'm bouncing though is kind of short, so you have time to let it bounce and it's kind of bouncing into you right here, right? Okay? When you have to short hop a dink, usually it's bouncing somewhere in here. Okay? So your step is going to be not as much, but the thing is that you still want to get used to that step. So now when I give you a little ball that's kind of deeper in this area, but still corner, and you're in ready position here, you're going to go step and then you're just going to hit. So now you're kind of stepping and hitting at the same time.
I am?
Yeah, for this drill, okay. Right? This one you are stepping, the ball is bouncing, you're slicing, right? We're just getting our footwork and kind of like our paddle motion, which if you have a dink that kind of you're allowed to swing, that's how you would do it, right?
Right.
But if they give you an aggressive dink, that's when you short hop, because why? If the ball bounces and you let that bounce, it kicks off, right?
Yeah.
So now when I travel in the air, I'm doing the same step, and then I'm just gonna meet it at the ground and then just push up. Just like a regular short hop, okay? All right, 2 drills, shadow drills right now. So if the ball was right here, okay? The ball, this is where the ball's bouncing. How would you place your paddle and step there? Right when it bounces, right? You see how you stepped and put your paddle there?
Yes.
That's what a short hop is. You want to step and meet the ball right when it hops. So if the ball's bouncing there, you have to step towards it as you see the ball. Boom. See how it's almost like we're meeting. See how the difference was there? I was actually stepping, waiting, and slicing. This one is step, hit. So as my foot hits the ground, I'm hitting contact. Okay? As far as there, we're just getting used to this motion and also getting used to how shallow we're hitting here. That's a regular dink, right? We can control that because the ball is bouncing around this area. But if the ball is coming deep, and if it's not deep enough to get it out of the air, then I want to short hop, which is the same footwork. As I'm coming in, I'm gonna put my paddle down. So here, touch the ball. Huh.
Well, I'm just blocking and I'm not doing anything with, I'm not swinging my paddle up or down. I'm not swinging my paddle up.
You're swinging your paddle up a little bit this way. So as you come here, you just lift a little bit.
Almost.
like a little short hop. Yep.
Okay.
Because over here you have enough time to push, right? You kind of push a little bit because we're further away.
Okay.
So the closer we get on a short hop, the more vertical we go. Okay, so if we're short hopping here, it's probably a little bit more pushing up. Okay, as we get closer, pushing up. As we get here, it's more up because we're getting closer where we got to get the ball to go higher and shorter. As far as here, we have enough time to get that ball a little bit more down because we have space, so it'll be a little bit more pushy. Okay, so here's the ball. 10 times. I just want you to step and touch at the same time that ball, right? All the way to that ball, because what's the short hop? You're catching it right when it bounces into your paddle. So you have to go what? All the way down, right?
But I don't touch the ground.
The tip of your paddle, yeah.
It does touch the ground?
It doesn't touch the ground per se. So if you were to touch this right here, that's perfect, right? That's about the spacing that you need. Where are my paddle? Oh, here. Okay. So, right, you don't touch all the ground on short hop, but as the ball is what I meant when it bounces. So if I were to really hit this ball, it'd be like this. That's pretty much how you would hit it, right? So I just want you to do that 5 times, okay? Here, okay? You don't have to touch it, just go step and put it just above it. Go. 1, good. 2, okay, see that spacing too, right? You're not into your body, you're kind of like just natural step and space. That's how you should feel every single time you're touching. There you go. Good. 4 more. Okay. Good. 2 more. Okay. Good. Okay. So that's basically your motion when you're short hopping the dink there. Okay? All right, move the ball. We're gonna do in. Okay? So as I'm pushing the ball, you're meeting that ball right where that ball is hitting, just like how you've been doing. Okay, here we go. Meet it. Good. Again. Meet it. Good. It's a little bit late. Okay?
Hitting it late?
A little bit late. So a little bit more right on the bounce. So a little bit sooner on your contact. So as you're following the ball, pretty much right when you're putting down the paddle, it's right when the ball hits and hits the paddle. Okay. So if the ball comes up a little bit and then you push, it's gonna pop, okay? So really that motion of getting your tip down to the ground is not an exaggeration, but if you can do this, that means you're going all the way down and meeting it, right? Like as soon as the ball hits the ground, I'm going like that, okay? Good. Good, so okay, that's perfect, but remember, the closer you are to the kitchen, the more what you do. A little bit more up instead of forward, okay? Forward. So just lift, okay? Here we go. There you go. Step and do it. Good, just like the ball is right there, right? Just like how we were drilling. Good, perfect. Step, good.
Really? I think
Yes, you're doing it. Good.
it's too high.
Nope. No? I mean, that's still, but you're more. So what do we do if it's too high? Loosen, right? Okay? This is adjust. Your footwork is good and your timing. Good. Meet it. Good. Meet it. There you go. Meet it. Okay, that's it. Because what do you think you did on that one?
I didn't
Push.
Yeah.
And you push, right? So remember, at this one, because I'm hitting the ball into you, my force is already enough for the ball to go over. You might not think so, but my force enough with you just doing this will go over. Okay? It's not like you need to force it and make your shot go over from back there. You're only 7 feet away. And you don't even need to hit it basically 8 feet only. Okay? Okay, here we go. Time it. Step and hit. Perfect. Step and hit. Okay, that's all right. A little soon. Here we go. Boom. Perfect. Perfect. Step and hit. Good. Step and hit. Good. Very good. Here we go. Step and hit. Good. It's okay. Step and hit. Good. Here we go. Okay, good. Right? So that one was a little bit more angle.
I
You didn't need to short hop it as much, right? Because you had time for it to kind of bounce in, right? Because there's more angle, right? It wasn't on you as much. So you had enough. That was almost in between the first ones we did where you had a little bit more time off the bounce because it's coming here, right? You can't short hop it there because it's too angly. You won't be able to reach in without going in the kitchen. So you have to step and kind of wait for it to hit off the bounce. That's basically, so the more angle it goes, the more you have to kind of step diagonally and time the ball, okay? All right, here we go. Perfect. Here we go. Good. It's all right. I like that. I don't mind you being short there. Good. It's all right. Okay. Here we go. Ready position. Good. A little too much swing. Okay. Let that ball just bounce off your paddle. There you go. Just put your paddle down, basically. You see that one? I don't know if you even did anything on that.
I didn't.
My point proven.
Or my pickleball style.
Good. Here we go. Again. Step. Hit. Good. It's okay. Here we go. Step, hit, right at the bend. Good. 2 more balls. Step, hit. Good. 1 more ball. Step, hit. Good. See, now you're stepping and hitting. Oh my God.
I know, but you're throwing them so easy.
It's not about that.